Today I want to share something with you about children again. So this is going to be part number 2, connected to my previous video about parenting, listening to our children. Why is it important to listen to our children, and what does that give us, and what does that give them? I would start with what does that give them. It gives them security, it gives them trust, it gives them the ability to recognize us as a friend, but still a parent. It gives them the ability to really lean on us and share with us. And also, it makes them seen and understood. Why am I saying listening? Because many of us, including me, we are living in a very busy world where we think we know what is right and what is wrong for these little beings. Many times on the way we don't, unless we slow down and listen, or unless there is a huge conflict between a parent and a child, when we cannot understand them anymore because there is a chaos, or because there is aggression, there is rejection and defensiveness from your children. And I know many of you experience that. That's why I'm opening this topic. But also because I am going through huge challenging times with my 9-year-old, with all my 3 children actually. But I wouldn't call it troubled times, I wouldn't call it struggling, I would call it, I chose this to happen for us in order for us to learn how to become better at communicating and how to become better at living the life we chose to live. Meaning, we must listen to each other. I, as a parent, have been learning a lot how to listen to myself and to others. And it's been a fun journey. But listening is a key. Listen to your children and what they want, what they need. Because many of the children in the times we live in, feeling rejected, feeling unheard, feeling misunderstood, and feeling really, really unable to communicate how they feel. They don't know how to communicate their feelings. We have to hold the foundation and the safety net for them. But first we need to know how to listen and how to recognize our own needs and to love ourselves enough in order to help them to love themselves and to go through really hard times and to go through their fears. Many of the children born on this planet right now need huge amount of support with what's going on in their lives. Many of the children at the moment cannot fit in the system. Many of the children don't want to go to school, mine included. They don't want to be in the system, and that's why I am here. And I have chosen to work in a community with the like-minded people to create new systems, new schools, new ways of learning, new ways of giving, new ways of receiving, new ways of thinking, new ways of acting, new ways of feeling and expressing, because it is crucial that we return to the land and return to our intuition and listen to these children, because they have different abilities, and the world and also the speed of everything happening around us, it's huge. Yeah. And all the technology and the social media is not helping. But actually, if you think about it, it is helping, because the social media is a way of disturbing the children. It's a way of bringing more fears and rubbing it into our face and their face. It's a chaos. The social media, it's a chaos. What comes out of chaos? Balance and harmony. If we don't have chaos, if we don't have drama, if we don't have circumstances that are hard to deal with and face, humans don't work on themselves. Humans don't acknowledge what's going on. Yeah, I know. A lot of you will say, we don't like that we have to hit rock bottom before we wake up and change something. We would like to do it when we're in happy times. Slightly disappointing, isn't it? But we're still not in a consciousness where we can actually do that with ease when we're in a happy place. Therefore, through polarity and duality, we have to do it in the hard way. Yep. Hit rock bottom. Have a breakdown. Only to go through a storm and wake up. The same for our kids, the same for us. What is happening now on this planet for our kids is happening for us as well. We have chosen this before we came here. Let's help our children. Let's listen to their needs. And if they say they don't want something, let's find what do they want. Let's make them valued. Let's make them seen. Ask them, what do you want? If you don't want to go to school, what do you want? And how are you going to study? Let's give them a few options and let's navigate through those options. Let's listen carefully. Let's find ways, different ways, okay? Different ways. Everything is going to be different. Don't think whether you fit in the system or whether you're going to be different from the other mothers at school or your neighbors or your community. Don't think of that. You're different. There's no doubt about that. Everything you do is different. Believe in you, believe in your child, listen to them. If they say, I want to be like my son, I want to be the best player, I am the best player. He's saying, I am the best player in the world. And he's saying, why do I have to go to school when school doesn't give me anything? He's right. Let's get you training, because that's firstly grounding for you. Secondly, it grows your skills immensely. It makes you experience life through relationships in the team. It makes you face what you like and what you don't like in you through those relationships, because life is experience. Life is not sitting behind the desk working 9 to 5. That gives you nothing apart from building some amount in your bank account, which is never enough. Never. Because the system is made that you always earn a certain amount that you can use for 4 weeks a year on a holiday, and the rest of the time you're a slave. That's finished. Let's allow our kids to become who they really dream becoming. Let them live in their illusion. Let them guide you. Listen to your children, what they want, what they truly desire. Follow it. Put them in schools like Rudolf Steiner schools. Put them in green schools. Teach them from home. Do homeschooling. Spend time with them. Even if you have to do 2 hours schooling, that's enough. If your child, like my child, doesn't want to sit down and write things with a pen and paper, take them in nature. Make them tell you stories. Make them express what they love doing through words. Ask them to draw things if they want to. Tell them to show you in the water things that they haven't done before, and to express through water and through nature. Make them do mathematics in a game, fun way, because many of the new kids don't want to sit in a classroom and to do things the way that it's been done so far. They don't want to do it. It doesn't work for them. They need the creative mind to produce different ways. Listen to them. They will teach you the ways. They will guide you. And when you want them to have more colorful vocabulary, tell them to tell you stories that they're interested. For example, my son would talk about football teams around the world all day long and tell me stories about them. Then I'm going to ask him to draw about them. He can draw at least 15 players in a second, their numbers, and tell you their stories. And then they use imagination to grow a bigger story from there. Whether they write it or just tell you about the story, it's still something. It's huge, actually. It's huge. So find a way to listen to your kids. Be patient and allow them to express themselves. And listen, because when you listen, they will show you a new thing, a new door opening to how they want to be. Do not think you know. We don't know anything. No. We can only discover through a conversation and through experience with another person or a situation. Everything that matters is communication and relationships. So stop running away from your kids to get some space. Stop running away from your kids to get done housework or to do your own pleasurable things or simply to go to work. Find a way to be engaged with your children and do it in a fun way, not because it has to be done. That doesn't work anymore. Good luck. I'm with you with all my heart.